Welcome to your midweek weather forecast, where the day starts off with some morning fog along the northern Cape Coast, and we're expecting windy conditions along the Wild Coast, with a watch for gale force southwesterly winds just offshore of the Wild Coast early on Wednesday morning. We're expecting overcast weather and light rain along the southern and southeastern coastline, with the possibility of rain extending through to KwaZulu-Natal in the second part of the day. That cloudy weather brings in cooler conditions over the southern part of South Africa, but we're expecting sunny and hot weather for the rest of the country on Wednesday. The South African Weather Service have issued a warning for a high fire danger rating, with runaway fires possible within the shade of red on Wednesday. Here's our rainfall probability map showing that dry weather persisting across the interior, but with up to a 60% chance of rainfall along the south coast of the Western Cape, as well as along the Eastern Cape Coast, and then extending all the way through to KwaZulu-Natal in the second part of the day. It'll be a hot Wednesday over the central and northeastern part of South Africa, with a high of around 30 degrees for Gauteng, as well as Kimberley, Bloemfontein, Mahikeng and Polokwane. A sizzling hot day for the Lowveld Bombela, topping 35 degrees, 33 for Uppington, and still warm for Springbok and Graaff-Reinet, both at 25. Cooler though over the southern part of South Africa, 18 and 17 for Cape Town and George, a high of around 20 degrees along the eastern Cape Coast, and a cold Wednesday for Bishu at 16 degrees. Good beach conditions are expected for Namaqualand and Lambert's Bay, with a moderate south-southwesterly wind in the forecast. We're forecasting strong winds and poor beach conditions for Longabaan, with a 2-meter swell along the west coast. In the southwest, we're expecting a strong south-southeasterly wind for Cape Town, with a fresh southeaster for Hermanusbucht, with the possibility of rainfall. And along the southwest coast, we'll see a swell height of up to 3 meters from the southwest, with wave heights between 4 and 5 feet. A light southeasterly wind is expected for Mossel Bay and Plettenberg Bay, with a light southerly onshore flow for Port Elizabeth. We're expecting rain along the south coast, with a 2-meter swell and wave heights between 3 and 4 feet. Along the east coast, we'll see a moderate southerly wind in the afternoon for East London and the Wild Coast, but with windy conditions in the morning. A fresh southerly wind is forecast for Durban, with more of a southwesterly component to that wind for Richards Bay. And along the east coast, we're expecting a 2-meter south-southwesterly swell, with wave heights between 3 and 4 feet. That's all from the Weather Centre for now. Have a wonderful Wednesday.